What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Leo. Okay, Leo, you guys are last but not least this week in the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so Leos, let's go ahead and get into your reading. You guys should be familiar with the Heart's Desire readings. We're going to start with one from the top for your present energy, one from the bottom for your past energy, and then one energetically from the middle. One energetically from the middle for your future energy, and then we'll turn over the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you guys. You have the Justice card, which has popped up in two other signs reading today. Okay, Virgo and Aquarius. However, in those signs, it was here in the future placement. Okay, it has jumped to your present. Okay, we have the Fool in the past, and then we have the Five of Wands. Okay, let's see. Five of Wands did show up for you guys last night, or this morning, if you will, with the Dreamcatcher read. Okay, so if you have not watched the Dreamcatcher read, by all means, go and check that reading out. Okay, I do suggest that throughout the week you check each reading. Okay, as your energy does change during the week. Okay, so let's get into this, Leo. All right, so we have the Justice card, like I said, starting you off in the present. Okay, there's something again about a form of fairness or scales being balanced, okay, for you, as it has been pretty much going in Virgo and Aquarius's reading. Okay, you could have those two signs in your chart or have those two signs around you. Okay, you don't have to, but it's a possibility. Okay, so some form of legalities or something like that going on. All right, next, in the past, we have the Fool. Okay, the Fool is here talking about some form of newness in your life. You decided to take a leap of faith, okay, and do something new in the past, okay, or embark on something, okay, in the past. That, of course, made you very happy, okay. Future-wise, with this Five of Wands, is talking about some form of conflict, okay, arguments, things of that nature in the future placement, okay. We'll break this down with a clarifier with the Muse deck, okay. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for you guys as far as the overall outcome. And we have the Queen of Wands, okay, Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands energy, okay, is your overall outcome in a sense of feeling free, feeling determined, feeling very powerful. This is fire energy, your energy, okay, of Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay. So you do have some of that energy here, okay. Libra, of course, is the energy of the Justice card. All right, you could have Libra in your chart as well, or dealing with a Libra somewhere in your energy, but you don't have to be. Okay, just associating those signs. All right, But I feel like with this Queen of Wands, you will pretty much overcome everything that is possibly plaguing you throughout this spread, okay? Not really trying to latch on just yet to anything in particular, okay? This is pretty much the heart's desire reading, okay? So let's see what's in the clarifiers. So we have one from the top for the Justice card, one from the bottom for the Fool, and then we have one energetically from the middle for this Five of Wands. And then we will turn the deck over to see what clarifies this Queen of Wands, okay? So again, like I said, I'm not going to go into hard on this one because of the fact that you've had your general read and the Dreamcatcher read, okay? Not going to expand too much on pulling information from there to in here. Just suggesting and advising you, excuse me, to have you check those out, okay? So let's see what your clarifiers are. We have the Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Pentacles, okay? We then have the Wheel for the Fool, okay? So a major arcana clarifying another major arcana. This is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And then we have the Strength card, okay? Clarifying the Five of Wands. So let's break these down. Seven of Materials with the Justice card, okay? Of course, we kind of already talked about this week for you. Possibly someone jumping the broom, getting married, okay? Seven of Materials in this deck, the Muse, is Seven of Pentacles, okay? With the Justice card. You are presently embarking, and I feel like in the past this is associated with that, okay? You have been in a long-standing relationship for quite some time, and again, like I said, you're embarking on some form of a long-term commitment, marriage, okay? And so it's your time, okay? You've been working hard at this. You took a leap of faith, okay, in this past energy with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune here, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is talking about, change. You've possibly went through all these different cycles within your life, had lovers from afar, all different types, and you took a chance and found the one that you really like, you really love, and they are reciprocal. And so, in the past, you've had it really hard, but you took a leap of faith to get to where you are right now, okay? And not just only in love, but I think in life in general, Leos, okay? For a particular set of you, okay? But there's all these different phases of the moon here around this Wheel of Fortune, and then there's like four of this same woman, okay, in different positions and things of that nature. So you've went through all the different cycles in your life to get to this point, okay? I feel as though you've reached some form of level of maturity, okay? As we do have, aside from your Queen of Wands that's here, you look at the future placement of Five of Wands with the Strength card, okay? That's another major arcana here, okay? So you've got a lot of major arcanas, the Justice, the Fool, the Wheel, and now the Strength card, okay? And so, like I said, you've reached some level of maturity. The Strength card is Leo energy, okay? So you are in your own reading, like I said, this fire energy, okay? And so you're having to exude a lot of strength with these future conflicts, possibly, okay? Like I said, some form of argumentative situation or some mental anguish for some of you, okay? Coming to terms with some things. But this heart's desire, I feel, is more so attached to your general read. And so you probably want to look at that first and then come back to this one, okay? But nonetheless, you have the Queen of Wands here. Like I said, as part of your overall outcome, you've reached a level of maturity where you end up handling or trying to handle this conflict of other people, okay? Um, Possibly in reference to what you're going through presently of trying to maybe put together a wedding. And it's usually sometimes not as easy as people think it is, okay? Especially with everything the way that it is in the world right now, okay? So, that being said, let's see what's clarifying the Queen of Wands. And we have the Knight of Inspiration, okay? The Knight of Inspiration, which would be the Knight of Wands, okay? The Knight of Wands. You do have Judgment underneath the Queen of Wands, okay? So, interesting here, okay? It's a possibility, okay, that nope, don't get offended when I say this, okay? No shame. I'm not trying to, demean y'all in any way or judge, because it's not for me to judge you, okay? But other people are judging you with this Judgment card underneath the Queen of Wands, because you have a Queen of Wands to a Knight of Wands, okay? Knight of Wands, of course, is here. Knight of Wands is not a king, it is a knight, okay? And usually knights are a little susceptible in the tarot for being a little bit, of course, fire energy, okay? But player-esque, okay? Very passionate in a sexual way, okay? You could have some people who are not agreeing with your choice of being with this person, okay, as they are younger than you, okay? And so that is causing some judgment, okay? You love who you love, okay? It could be a situation of something that we're not going to get into. Spirit is saying we'll deal with it in your heart, not in your heart's desire reading, but in your word from the ancestors, okay? It possibly may come out tomorrow, okay? But there is some disagreements between you and your family as far as your choice, okay? Like I said, Knight of Inspiration is a Knight of Wands situation where it is someone who's a little bit younger, not really reaching full maturity yet, okay? So kind of like you might be getting called a cougar, if you will, okay? For some of you, I don't know what the male term for cougar is. If y'all know, you can put it in the comments. I don't know what you might, consider that to be, but nonetheless, get in where you fit in. If you're a male and you're older, then by all means, you can tell me in the comments what you call yourself, okay? Because I don't know. I only know the term cougar. But nonetheless, and it's not to throw shade, you do what you do, okay? Get your groove back, whatever it is you chose to do, okay? Like I said, in the past, you took a chance, okay? Took a leap of faith. You wanted to try something new. And like I said, this Wheel of Fortune, you were going through a lot of different phases in your life, okay? And so you've reached a certain point of your life where you want to explore something new, something that may be more fun and vibrant. Maybe you have a lot of fun with this person, and that's why you have chose them, okay? You've battled a lot within your life. Presently, you're just looking for reciprocity in a sense, okay? I feel like I'm hearing, you've paid your dues. You've had a hard way in life when it comes to love, and like I said, any and everything else. And so, Seven of Material, Seven of Pentacles is talking about longevity of history, things of that nature. Okay? So, that being said, right now we're going to get into what your final advice is. Okay? We're going to refer to the bottom of the deck, and we have feeling alone. Okay? Feeling alone. Number 5. Okay? Number 5 is usually talking about some form of change that is occurring. Okay? And in a sense, if you're feeling alone, this person is out here in a grove of some sort, okay, with a lantern, okay, trying to look like cross this lake or figure out a way to cross the lake here, okay, to get to that little home here, over here, okay. In a sense, you may feel alone because no one is supporting you in your decision or what you're choosing to do. Okay, again, like I said, you may be facing some form of judgment from those around you, friends, family, that are trying to, in a way, they may be saying to you, they're trying to talk some sense into you, or that's what they're trying to do, okay? And so you feel like no one understands what it is that you're going through or why you've made the decisions that you've made. Okay, instead of being supportive, they're being judgmental, and so it's kind of puts you in a position of where you feel a little bit alone in what you're doing. Okay, so you do have take the lead up underneath here. Okay, but feeling alone is your card. The keywords here is lack, abandoned, insecurity, and support. Okay? True love and emotional support may seem lacking at this time. This card suggests a period of feeling lonely or abandoned. You may think that no one understands you or your needs or even cares about you. Perhaps someone you turn to for support has deserted you, or a hoped for love has rejected you. Your insecurities may rise to the surface to overwhelm you at this time. All that you desire may seem unattainable. Don't let your confidence be shaken. There are lessons in everything, and know that this difficult period is only temporary. Your spirit guides and the divine support you. Talk with them about how you're feeling and what you need right now. Also, seek the support of those friends and family who are there for you. Help is at hand. You just don't see it. Be careful because depression feeds upon itself. Lift yourself out of it by doing something physical. Take a walk, exercise, sing, or even volunteer your time. You will feel better, and in doing so, will attract happiness into your life. Okay? So, do not stay in this depressive state. Okay? Do something that is a little bit more productive that could possibly, distract you from those feelings of depression or feeling alone. Okay? Not everyone is meant to understand the choices that people make, okay? And it's also hard to try to make someone understand your thought process when they have their own personal feelings, okay? Each side does, all right? And so you have to have strength and be able to stand up for yourself and what it is that you believe in, okay, is good for you, okay? Some people will not always agree with it just because they're overly protective of you, possibly, okay? You have to think along those terms as well to kind of understand from another person's point of view. Okay? And so, that being said, we are trying to get your last message here of support. Um, but hopefully, you're able to do those things. Take a walk, exercise, kind of get your mind off of those things. Take those suggestions or opinions into consideration. Don't try to be defensive against your standpoint of the situation, Leo. Just express, you know, and Leos are very headstrong, like I've said before in your dream catcher read. And so you're in a standpoint where you're like, I don't have to explain myself to anyone. I shouldn't have to. It's my life, my choice. And you're absolutely right. Okay. But remember, you do have people that love you and just want the best for you. And maybe they see something that you don't see. Okay. So again, we're not going to get deep into it. You still have 2 more readings this week. Okay. So your energy can definitely change throughout the week. Okay. So your message of support, power of surrender, is surrender stress. Okay. Surrender stress. It says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tensions you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Okay? Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Okay? When you do that, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Okay? That tension. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Okay? So surrender that stress, okay, of trying to please everyone at this point in time, Leos, because we all know you, once you make your decision, you're not going to change your mind, okay? No offense, but you guys have a tendency of learning the hard way sometimes. Not saying what you're doing is going to end up being or having a hard way to learn. It just feels that way. Okay? Again, I'm not going to get into it. I don't want y'all to be super extended. Okay? And your girl's a little bit tired. Okay? I'm burning on fumes for you guys. Okay? But nonetheless, you guys have your reading tonight. And like I said, we have 2 more. I am off next week from readings to clear the energy. Hopefully you guys do the same. So take all of this into consideration as much as you can, Leos. Go back and look at your general read, because I do feel like this is definitely more associated with that than your dream catcher read. Okay, that was possibly for some Leo placements. Okay, so with that being said, Leos, that's all that I have for you guys tonight. So until your next reading, peace.